So we are talking about what beta? Motion in the vertical circular motion. The first example is uniform motion in the vertical circle. When a particle of mass m and a string of length L is moving in a vertical circle, the tension at the lowest position, highest position and horizontal position. If I'm talking about at the lowest position beta, at the lowest position or lowest point, the forces acting on the body is, one is the tension T1 in the upward direction. So this one is your T1 minus weight of the body m into g. As it is moving in a circular path, it is m into v square divided by your L. Okay, at highest point, at your highest point, T2 is in the downward direction plus mj is also in the downward direction. That will be equal to your m into your v square divided by your L. Okay. So if I take the difference of these two equations beta, equation number 1 and equation number 2. So if I'm taking the difference of that one, T1 minus of your T2, T1 minus of your T2 will be equal to, T1 will be equal to how much beta? I can write m into v square divided by L plus of your m into your g. Okay, so this one is minus T2. T2 will be equal to how much beta? M into your v square divided by your L minus of your m into your g. So velocity will be equal to how much beta? T1 minus of your T2 will be equal to your how much? This is positive, this is negative. So this will become for me m into your v square divided by L plus of your mg minus m into v square by your L plus of your m into g. This one and this one will get cancelled. This will become for me 2 times of your mg. So T1 minus of your T2. So difference in the tension will be equal to your 2 times of your mg. Clear? So when I'm talking about your uniform circular motion, so I hope you got an idea how to write the values of your T1 and as well as of your T2. Clear for everyone? Any doubt in this one to anyone? Sure. Next one. Motion in vertical circle. Motion in vertical circle. Motion in your vertical circle. Okay. See, in this situation, the body is moving in a vertical circle beta in the horizontal direction. Like say, if the particle is moving in the vertical direction like this, the forces acting on the body is at the lowest position. If I am taking the velocity of this body at this one is, say for example, u. This is the center O, this is your L, and mass of this particle is m. So now the particle is moving in a vertical circle, both magnitude and direction will be changing beta. Hence the particle will have the centripetal acceleration as well as of your tangential acceleration. Therefore, the vertical case is an example for what? Non-uniform circular motion. So I can say this one is your non-uniform circular motion. Okay. So here the body is having both centripetal acceleration and as well as of your tangential acceleration. So at the lowest position, if I'm writing the equation beta, weight of the body will be equal to mg, tension in the string T1 will be in the upward direction. So I can say that at lowest point, what will be the tension beta? T1 minus of your m into g will be equal to your m into your u square divided by radius is nothing but here L. That means I can write here T1 will be equal to m into u square by your L plus of your m into g. That will be equal to your maximum. So maximum tension will be present at the lowest point of your body. So T max will be equal to how much better? T max will be equal to your m into your u square plus by m into u square divided by L plus m into your g. Now at the highest position, if I'm talking about, at highest point, body is moving in the vertical circular motion. The body is at highest position. This is the center. Weight of the body is mg in the downward direction. Tension in the string T2 is also in the downward direction. Velocity of this body here is, say for example, v, and this is your origin O. At highest point, if I'm writing T2 plus of your m into g will be equal to m into v square divided by L. Okay, T2 plus of your mg is equal to m into v square by your L. So T2 will be equal to how much beta? M into v square divided by L minus of your m into g. That means this will be the minimum. So minimum tension is at your highest position. Clear? Now how to get this relation between U and V beta? Very important in the motion and vertical circle. So the relation between U and V can be obtained from your energy conservation you can use, or else you can use your kinematic equation beta. Okay, so a relation between U and V can be obtained by kinematic equation. V square is equals to U square plus or minus 2g into h. Okay, U is initial velocity, V is final velocity beta, and use negative sign when particle is moving up. When particle is moving up. Okay, the same way. Use positive sign when particle is moving down. Very important relation. Okay, V square is equals to your U square plus or minus of your U into G. Use negative sign when the particle is moving up, and use the positive sign when the particle is moving in the downward direction. Clear? So when the particle is moving from the lowest position to highest position, what will be the velocity beta here I can use? What is the height we are going? From lowest position, here the initial velocity is u, final velocity is this much. So this distance will be equal to h will be equal to 2 into L. Therefore, I can use here v square is equals to, the particle is going from up. So as the particle is moving in the upward direction, so it is u square. Negative sign when the particle is moving up. So it is minus 2g into h is nothing but 2h. That means this will become for me u square minus 4g into h. So relation between the initial velocity and final velocity is v square is equals to u square minus 4g into h. Clear, beta? Is it clear? So motion in the vertical circle, if I am taking right now, okay. So motion in vertical circle at the lowest position will be getting T max beta. So maximum tension will be equal to your m into u square divided by L plus of your m into g. Okay. And when the body is at your highest position, when the body is at highest position, T will be equal to minimum. So we are getting T minimum will be equal to m into v square divided by L minus of your m into g. So this will be your minimum. Done? Sure. Next one and very important. Velocity at some general point in the uniform circular motion. non-uniform circular motion, sorry. At any general point. It means a particle is moving in the circular path like this. This is the center. This is your particle right now here. This is the length and this is your center. Okay. Now the particle is coming to somewhere this position. At general position, making an angle of your theta. Okay. That means from the ground, it has been raised to a height of your how much? H. This is your H. This is your L. So that is your L. This will become for me L cos theta. And this side will become for me L into your sin theta. Isn't it? So total distance is your L. H will be equal to how much per meter? L minus of L cos theta. So H will be equal to your L into 1 minus of cos theta is your height. Okay. If I'm writing the forces acting on this particle, the weight of the body always acts in the downward direction, M into G. If I resolve it, there is one component here and there is one component here. If this is theta, this is also theta. This will become for me mg into cos theta, and this one will become for me mg into your sin theta. Done. So we are going from the point A to your point B. Okay. At point A, the velocity of this particle is, say for example, u. At point B, the velocity is, say for example, v. Okay. So at B, I can say that at point of your B, net force will always be in which direction, beta? Towards the center. That means the tension in the string will be equal to T. So T minus of your mg into your cos theta will be equal to your m into your v square divided by your radius. That is nothing but L. Okay. So I can use the relation from here as the particle is moving in the upward direction. V square is equals to u square minus 2g into your h. That is equals to u square minus 2g. H will be equal to how much for me? L into 1 minus cos theta. So this is the relation between the initial velocity and final velocity. Okay. And at the point B, centripetal acceleration will be equal to how much, beta? At B, I can say that centripetal acceleration will be equal to v square divided by your L. And tangential acceleration will be equal to how much for me? G into your sin theta. See this one? Tangential will be equal to mg into sin theta, that is equal to m into 80. Mm gets cancelled, so tangential acceleration is g into your sin theta. Clear? So velocity at any general point, you can use the formula v square is equal to u square minus of 2gl into 1 minus of your cos theta, and simplify the relation. Clear, beta? Is it clear up to here? So we're talking about your motion in your vertical circular motion. Motion in the vertical circular motion. What we are talking about here is right now in your non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform circular motion. That means the body has your tangential acceleration and also your centripetal acceleration. Okay, so at the lowest position, we'll be getting maximum tension. T max is equal to m into u square divided by m into u square divided by L plus m into g. Done. The same way. At highest point, if I'm writing, T will be minimum, that is m into v square divided by L minus mg. And see here, the relation between u and v, the relation between u and v can be obtained by your kinematic equation, that is your v square is equal to u square plus or minus 2g into h. When to use the positive sign and when to use the negative sign? Negative sign when the particle is moving up and positive sign when the particle is moving in the downward direction. So here right now when I'm going from your point A to the point B, the height to which it is being raised is how much for me? 2L. So V square is equals to U square minus 2G into your H will be equal to 2H. That is the reason we are getting U square minus of 4G into your H. Done. Next one. Velocity at general point I have taken right now, theta. So for that one, I'm using the relation V square is equals to U square minus 2GH. So V square is equals to U square minus 2G into H value will be equal to how much for me? L into 1 minus cos theta. So H is equals to L into 1 minus cos theta. Tension can be calculated with the formula T is equals to minus of mg into cos theta plus of your m into v square. That means I can write here T will be equal to your m into v square divided by L plus of your m into g into your cos theta. Okay, that means this will become for me m by your L into v square value will become how much for me beta? V square value will become for me u square minus 2g into your L into 1 minus of your cos theta plus of your mg into your cos theta. So that will be the value of your tension. Clear?
Seventeen, 18 का सुनाना 17, 18
क्लास हो जाने से पहले
पूरा सुना तो 13 से 16 तक हाँ 73 सुनाना
cases in non-uniform motion in vertical circle. Okay. Now here, when a particle is moving in the vertical circular motion, beta, what must be the minimum velocity at the lowest position so that the particle may complete the circle? I hope everyone knows this one. This is your initial velocity, and at the highest position, we'll be having a final velocity. This is your distance, and this is your center O. Can anyone tell me? At the lowest position, the velocity is u. The distance between them is nothing but 2L. And the tension at the highest position is acting in the downward direction. Weight of the body is also acting in the downward direction. Okay. Now, the particle will make a complete vertical circle if the tension at highest position is greater than or equal to 0 beta. Okay. The particle will complete vertical circle if tension at your highest position is greater than or equal to 0. Now can I get the relation between v square and u square beta? V square will be equal to u square as the particle is going up minus 2g into h is nothing but 2 into L. That is equals to u square minus 4g into your L. So tension at highest position is TH plus mg is in the downward direction, that is equals to m into v square divided by your L. So tension at your highest position will be equal to m into v square divided by L minus of your m into your g. Okay, we already got the value of your v square. So if I substitute that value, beta, what I'll be getting? Tension at your highest position is equals to your m by your L into v square value is how much beta? V square value is equals to your v square value is u square minus 4gl. So it is your u square minus 4g into your L minus of your this value is equals to how much for me here? Minus of your m into your g. So this one how much I'm getting? M into u square divided by your L minus m into 4g into your L divided by your L minus of your mg. Okay. this L will get cancelled. So this one is m into your u square minus 4 into mg minus of your mg. Okay, tension at highest position, how much will be taking? 0. So I can write now in this given condition, m into your u square minus 4 into your mg is equals to your m into g. So minus if I'm taking on the side, so it is m into u square is equals to 5 times of m into g. M gets cancelled. So u square is equals to 5g. Isn't it? So one L is also there here right now. M into your L. M into u square divided by L. M into u square divided by your L. Here still L is also there now. So this will become for me your m into u square divided by your L minus of 4mg. So it is also by L. So this one is by L. That means here it will become for me u square is equals to 5g into your L. That means initial velocity is equals to under root of 5g into your L. So velocity at the lowest position for a body to make a complete circle is how much for me? U minimum. So U minimum is equals to under root of your 5g into your L. Okay. What will be the tension at highest position, beta? Therefore, velocity at highest position, or I can say at highest point. How much it will be, beta? V square is equals to U square minus 2g into your H. That is your U square minus 2g into H is nothing but how much for me? 2h. So it is equals to U square minus 4g into your H. U how much we got right now? 5g into your L. This one is your L is equals to how much? H is equals to 2 into your L. This will become for me 2L. That means this will become for me 4L minus 4g into your L. 5gl minus 4gl is nothing but how much for me? G into your L. So V square is equal to this much. So velocity will be equal to under root of G into your L. So velocity at highest position will be equal to your how much for me? Under root of 5gl. This velocity is also called as of your critical velocity. So for a body to make a complete vertical circle, lowest velocity must be equal to under root of 5gl and highest velocity must be equal to under root of your 5gl. Now tension at the lowest position will be equal to how much, beta? Tension in string at lowest position. What is the relation, beta? T1 minus of your m into g is equals to m into your u square divided by your L. That means T1 will be equal to your m into u square divided by L plus of your m into g. Velocity at lowest position is how much, beta? 5g into your L divided by L plus of your m into g. LL gets cancelled, so it is 5 times of your mg plus of your mg. That means this will become how much for me? 6 times of your mg. This is your T1. So T1 at the lowest position is equal to how much for me? 6 times of your m into g. And tension at highest position will be equal to how much, beta? T2 must be equal to your 0 at highest position. At highest position, T2 is equal. At lowest position, the tension is equal to how much for me? 6 times of your mg. Then beta? Sure. Very important cases, beta. First one, if the initial velocity is greater than or equal to under root of 5g into your L, beta, what happens? The particle will move in the the particle moves in vertical circle. Okay, in the same way. If 0 lesser than u is lesser than or equal to under root of 2g into your L, then the particle oscillates like, it will oscillate like a simple pendulum. It will oscillate like a simple pendulum in arc of your circle, arc of your semicircle. Very important case. If u is lesser than or equal to under root of 2gl, then the particle will oscillate like a simple harmonic motion in an arc of your semicircle. The same way, if under root of 2gl is less than u and u is lesser than under root of your 5gl, it is lesser than under root of 5gl, so obviously the particle will not make a circle. So that means the particle will leave the circular path after completing quarter circle before completing the semicircular path. That is a basic condition. Okay, so I can say here right now, the particle will leave circular path. It will leave the circular path after completing quarter circle and before completing semicircle. These are the cases you always need to remember. If initial velocity is greater than under root of 5gl, the particle will move in the vertical circle. 0 lesser than u is lesser than or equal to under root of 2gl, the particle will oscillate like a simple pendulum. Under root of 2gl lesser than u, when u is lesser than under root of 5gl, the particle will no doubt will not make a complete circular path, but the particle will leave the circular path after completing the quarter circle, but before completing the semicircular path affiliation. Clear? Is it clear, beta? Sure. See this condition. When a vehicle moves on a convex bridge, convex bridge means something like this. Here there is a particle or there are something like this. The weight of this body is always acting in the downward direction. That is nothing but mg. Velocity of this one is v in this direction. Normal is in the upward direction. And this is right now the center. So obviously this one will become for me radius. Then I can write an equation here. Mg minus of your normal will be equal to m into v square divided by your r. That means normal reaction n will be equal to your mg minus m into v square divided by your r. So this will be your normal. N is equals to your mg minus of your m into your v square when the body is in your convex bridge. The same way, when a vehicle moves on a concave bridge, or I can say something like an underpass. Okay, situation is something like this, This is the center, and this is your arc of a circle. Okay, and this one is your arc of a circle. This is the radius r, and here there is a vehicle. Okay, what are the forces beta? Normal will be no doubt towards the center. Weight of the body is in the downward direction. How do you write the equation? This is n minus of your m into g will be equal to your m into v square divided by radius r. So normal will be equal to your f, n is equals to mv square divided by r plus of your m into g. Clear? So when it is on the concave bridge, n will be maximum. So n is equals to mv square divided by r plus mg. When the bridge is on your convex bridge, it will be n is equals to your mg minus m into v square divided by your capital R. Clear? Chalo. See this question better. Question number 31. Let theta denotes the angular displacement of a simple pendulum oscillating in the vertical plane. If the mass of the bob is m, then the tension in the string is mg cos theta, always, never, at the extreme position, at the mean position. Can anyone give me the answer? The theta denotes the angular displacement of a simple pendulum which has been oscillating in the vertical plane. This is your pendulum here right now. This is your extreme position, making an angle of your theta. It is making an arc of a circle at highest position or at the extreme position. This is your mg. This is your tension T. If I resolve it into components, this one is also theta. This one will become for me mg cos theta, and in this direction, this will become for me mg into sin theta. So here T is equals to your mg into cos theta at the extreme position. So C will be the answer. Very good. Okay. So next one. A pendulum bob has a speed 3 meters per second while passing through its length position. The length of the pendulum is 0.5 meters. Then its speed when it makes an angle 60 degrees with the vertical will be equal to your how much? A pendulum has a speed of 3 meters while passing through its length position. That means somewhere here right now like this. This particle is somewhere here at the lowest position. Then it comes to somewhere here right now. Passing through its length position, length of the pendulum is 0.5 meter. Okay, length is equals to 0.5 meter. And then its speed when it makes an angle of 60 degrees. Here it is your 60 degrees with the vertical. Pendulum bob has a speed of 3 meters. That means initial velocity. U is equals to 3 meters per second. What is the velocity at this position? V is equals to how much? Okay. I can use the relation v square is equals to u square plus or minus 2g into h. Initial velocity is 3 square as the body is moving in upward direction minus 2g into height. H will be equal to how much? So this is the height to which it is been raised. How do you write this h beta? H is equals to your L into 1 minus of your cos theta. So 3 square is 9 minus 2, g value is 10 into length. Length of the pendulum is 0.5 into 1 minus cos of your theta. Theta value is how much? 60 degrees. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So it is 9 minus 2 into 10 is 20 into this one is 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 2. So 2 ones are 2 tens are. So it is your 9 minus 10. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. So that is 9 minus 2 ones are 2 fives are. 9 minus 5. That will be equal to your 4 meter per second. Okay, na? Option A, 2 meter you are getting, but yeah, V square. V square is equals to your how much here? 4 meter per second. So velocity will be equal to your 2 meter per second. A will be the answer. Very good. Clear? Next one. The mass of the bob of a simple pendulum of length L is m. If the bob is left from its horizontal position, see as in the given figure, then the speed of the bob and the tension in the thread at the lowest position of the bob will be equal to your how much? Okay. See, when you're lifting the body from here to here, I can use the relation velocity v square is equals to u square plus or minus 2g into h. Initial velocity is 0. As you are coming from up to down, so it will be plus 2 into g into height. Height is nothing but L. That means v will be equal to under root of your 2g into your L. So only option which is matching is with your option number A. I need not even do the second one. But still we can do that. Tension at the lowest position will be equal to how much beta? Tension at the lowest position, if I am writing, tension at the lowest position will be equal to what? How do you write this one beta? Tension at lowest position is Ta minus of your mg is equals to your m into v square divided by your L. Okay, that means that T minus of your mg is equals to this much. So I can write here T at lowest position is given as T minus of m into g is equals to your m. Velocity is already given here right now, under root of 2gl. So that is a 2g into L divided by L. LL gets cancelled. So T will be equal to your 2 into your mg plus of your mg. That will be equal to 3 times of your mg. So 3 mg will be the answer. Clear? Sure. Next one. A stone of mass 1 kg is tied to the end of the string of 1 meter length. It is drilled in a vertical circle. The velocity of the stone at the top is given as 4 meters per second. What is the tension in the string at that instant? Okay. So we got a condition right now here. A stone of mass 1 kg is being tied to one end of the string. Okay. Of length L is equals to 1 meter. It is drilled in a vertical circle. Okay. If the velocity of the stone at the top is 4 meters per second. So this is what is the tension in the string at that instant. So it is making the vertical circular motion like this. Okay. So at the topmost position means somewhere if the body is moving in the vertical circle, at the topmost position when the body is right now here, tension T will be in the downward direction. Weight of the body mg will be in the downward direction. And at the highest position, the velocity is 4 meters per second. So you can write here T plus of your mg will be equal to your m into your centripetal acceleration. So it will be equal to your, how much for me beta? T is equals to your m into v square divided by your length L minus of your m into g. So that is equals to mass of the particle is how much? 1. Velocity at highest position, that means this is the velocity, that is equals to 4 square divided by length of that one is 1 meter minus 1, g value is 10. So that will be equal to 4 square is 16, 16 minus 10, that will be equal to your 6. So 6 Newton will be the answer for this. Next one. In vertical circle of radius r, at what point in its path a particle may have the tension equal to your 0? Anyone? In a vertical circle of radius r, at what point in its path a particle may have the tension equal to your 0? Can anyone give me the answer, beta? D. At a point horizontal from this point. For which option is this question? Question number 35. In vertical circle of radius r, at what point in its path a particle may have the tension equal to 0? At highest point. Isn't it? Yeah. Next one. The stone is attached to one end of the string and is drilled in a vertical circle. The tension in the string is maximum. When the string is horizontal, the string is vertical with the stone at highest position. The string is vertical with the stone at the lowest position. The string makes an angle of 45 degrees with the vertical. This everyone should give the answer. Come on, try to do it. Question number 36. Tension in the string is maximum at what position, beta? Lowest position, na? At lowest position, it will be the maximum. Option C, yeah. The string is vertical with the stone at the lowest position. C must be the answer. Because in the vertical position, when the string is at the lowest position, weight of the body is mg in the downward direction, tension T is in the upward direction. Centripetal force is also in the upward direction. Isn't it? So how do you write the equation? T minus of your mg is equals to m into v square divided by your L. So T at lowest position will be equal to m into v square divided by L plus mg. So at lowest position in the vertical, it will be the maximum. C will be the answer. Next one. A weightless thread can withstand a tension up to 30 Newton. A stone of mass 0.5 kg is being tied to it and is revolved in a circular path of 2 meters in vertical plane. If g value is 10 meters per second, then maximum angular velocity of the stone will be equal to how much? A weightless thread can withstand a tension of, tension is given for me how much? 30 Newton. Stone of mass of the stone is 0.5 kg tied in a vertical circular path. of radius. Radius is equals to 2 meter in a vertical plane. G value is equals to 10 meter per second square. Maximum angular velocity is equals to how much? Maximum angular velocity means if I'm taking right now this relation, here there is a stone, there is a tension T, weight of the body is in the downward direction. Okay, so what will be the relation? T at the lowest position, if I'm writing the relation, so it will be T is equals to M into V square divided by your length L plus of your M into G. So that is a T, M into V is equals to your L square into omega square divided by L plus of your M into G. This one will get cancelled. So T will be equal to your M into L into omega square plus of your M into G. Isn't it? So I can write here T minus of your mg is equals to your M into L into your omega square. Tension is given how much for me? 30 Newton. Minus mass is your 0.5, that is half. G value is 10. That is equals to mass is equals to 1 by 2. Length of that one means radius, that is nothing but 2 meters into your omega square. This two will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2 5s are. 30 minus 5 is 25. So this will be equal to your 25, that is equals to 25 is equals to omega square. 25 is equals to omega square. So omega is equals to root 25. So omega will be equal to your 5 radians per second. Option A. 5 radians per second. A will be the answer. The particle is moving in a vertical circle. The tension in the string when it is passing through two positions at an angle of 30 and 60 from the vertical, from the lowest two positions are T1 and T2 respectively. Then what is the value of your T1? Can anyone tell me better? T1 from the lowest two position means T1 is equals to your M into V square divided by your R plus of your mg into your cos of your 30. Isn't it? So it is equals to your M into your V square divided by R plus this one is your mg into root 3 divided by 2. In the same way T2. So T2 will be equal to your M into V square divided by R plus of your mg into your cos of your 60. So it is equals to M into V square divided by R plus it is your mg divided by 2. So obviously T1 is greater than T2. Second option will be answer. B. Very good. Next one. The body crosses the topmost point of a vertical circle. The body crosses the topmost point of the vertical circle with critical speed. What will be the centripetal acceleration when the string is in the horizontal direction? This one is your reference. Initial velocity is given as u and this is a final position. So body crosses the topmost point of the vertical circle with critical velocity. So velocity at highest position will be equal to how much? But critical velocity means V will be equal to under root of G into your L. Isn't it? So what is asking? What will be the centripetal acceleration there is asking. So centripetal acceleration will be equal to V square divided by your R. What will be the velocity beta? V square will be equal to your how much? Initial velocity is under root of GL. I can use the relation V square is equals to U square plus R minus 2G into your H. Initial velocity, this is nothing but initial velocity at highest position. So that will be equal to G into your L. The body is going from the lowest position. So it will be your minus 2G into your H. So what is the height to which it is been going beta? Lowest position. The vertical circle, if the length I am taking it is L, that will be equal to your 2L. That means this is your GL minus of 4G into your L. So this will be equal to your minus of 3G into your L. So V will be equal to under root of 3GL. That means V square will be equal to 3G into your L. Radius will be L. LL gets cancelled. So centripetal acceleration will be acting towards the center. That will be equal to 3G. 3G will be the answer. Minus sign indicates that it is acting towards the center. That's it. C. Very good. Next one. Stone tied at one end of the light string is whirled around a vertical circle. If the difference between maximum and minimum tension experienced by the string wire is 2 kg weight, then the mass of this stone would be equal to your how much? Can anyone tell me the answer, beta? Stone is being tied. Like this is your vertical circle. Here it is being tied one end of the string and is built in a vertical circle. The difference between the T max and T minima experienced by the string is 2 kg. That means difference of that one he has given for me. T max minus of your T minima is equals to 2 kg weight. T maxima is equals to how much weight? 6 mg. T minima will be equal to 0. That is equals to 2 into your g. That means 6 mg will be equal to your 2g. This g will get cancelled. So m will be equal to 2 by 6. 2 ones are 2 threes are. That means that will become for me 1 by 3 kg. Option C. Very good. Okay. Still there are a lot number of your questions based on this one. We'll do them later. Okay. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll be most probably starting with your rotational mechanics video. Okay. So please try to revise the circular motion and work power energy and try to do the assignment questions which I have been already sent it to you. Okay. Chalo. Take care. Bye.